Yes, today we are going to talk about another interesting anecdote from Valmiki Ramayana. And you see, the Valmiki Ramayana is so interesting. There is a main plot of the story of Lord Ramachandra, but interwoven with the various incidents happening in the life of Lord Rama, there are many other subplots which come. They are called, in Sanskrit, they are called upakhyana. Upakhyana means smaller stories which are part of the bigger narration. So, in Valmiki Ramayana, there are not many like Mahabharata. Mahabharata has got many more upakhyanas, hundreds of them. But in Valmiki Ramayana, yes, there are a few of them, but these are very instructive, very interesting stories which teach us many interesting principles in our daily life. So, we talked about the killing of Tataka, the demoness, by Lord Rama. The killing of demons began with Tataka, as far as the Lord Rama's killing of demons is concerned. And we saw how Vishvamitra Rishi was very happy with the thoughtfulness, with the kind of discretion that Lord Ramachandra displayed when he was told to kill Tataka. And being pleased by this particular quality, Vishwamitra Rishi bestowed upon Rama many powerful missiles or weapons called as astras. He taught them how to invoke them when they are needed. He also taught them how to take them back, right? This is what we had discussed yesterday. So after the Tataka incident was over, uh, and his Yajna was protected by Lord Ramachandra and Lakshmana. Very successfully, he completed his Anusthana, his Yajna. After that, they received a message from King Janaka. Vishwamitra Rishi received a message from King Janaka that Sita Swayamvara has been organized in Mithila and that Janaka Maharaj had specifically requested this the presence of Vishwamitra Rishi to make the celebration uh, very successful, to make the whole marriage event, Swayamvara event, successful and auspicious. He wanted Vishwamitra Rishi to grace the occasion. And immediately Vishwamitra Rishi, he starts, along with Rama and Lakshmana, they start traveling towards Mithila. So on the way, they start walking on the banks of river Ganga. And when Lord Rama looks at Ganga river, so very mighty river, and so nicely flowing, supporting various kinds of living creatures, and rendering the whole uh, Gangetic plain very fertile. So Ramachandra is very surprised, very impressed with this river, the mighty river, and immediately he asks Vishwamitra Rishi, he says, "My dear great sage, I have heard that this Ganga river originally was residing in the Swargaloka, and now she is flowing on this earthly planet. And I have also heard that the same river Ganga flows in the lower planetary systems. And because of this, Ganga river is known as Tripada Gamini, the river which flows in all the three worlds. I'm just curious to know, how did such a thing happen? How can a river flow in all the three planetary systems? And how did this Ganga descend to this planet? I am very interested to know this. Kindly narrate to me the entire history." So, upon this request, Vishwamitra Rishi is very pleased and he says, "Definitely, Rama, I'm going to narrate the story behind the descent of Mother Ganga. And this involves the history of your own dynasty kings. Your forefathers were involved in bringing Mother Ganga to this planet." So Ramachandra hears with rapt attention as Vishwamitra Rishi begins narrating the legend of Ganga's descent. Long back in the Surya Vamsha, the same dynasty in which Ramachandra appeared, there was a king called Maharaj Sagara. And this Maharaj Sagara had 60,000 sons. Now, many times when we hear such numbers in the scriptures, we may start doubting, how is it possible that somebody has 60,000 children? This is simply a fairy tale. Now, if it is not fitting within our logic, for time being, we don't have to worry so much about the 60,000 numbers. We just have to understand that Sagara had many sons. Okay, let us not too much worry about the exact number, and let us not go astray from the lesson that Ramayana is trying to teach us through this incident. So Sagara had many sons, and he performed the Ashwamedha Yajna, which is a ritual recommended in the Vedic scriptures, especially for the kings. So in this Ashwamedha Yajna, there will be a horse, and the horse will be let loose to roam about freely. In whichever part of the earth the horse goes, that particular kingdom, the king either has to accept the subordination of the king who is performing Ashwamedha Yajna, or he can challenge the king to fight in a war. And if he gets defeated, he has to accept subordination of that particular king who is performing the yajna. So this is the way Ashwamedha Yajna is being performed. So the king sends the Ashwamedha horse, along with that, the 60,000 sons of Sagara also accompany the horse to protect the horse. And one day, what happens in the night when the horse will be taking rest and all the sons are also taking rest in a particular place, King Indra, the king of the Devatas, he comes and steals this horse. Generally, we see this incident many times happening in many histories narrated in scriptures. Indra becomes disturbed whenever a king performs Ashwamedha Yajnas or anybody performs tapasya. Because by performing such tapasya and yajnas, a person accumulates a lot of punya karma, and which enables this punya karma enables him to become Indra, to occupy the post of Indra. So therefore, even if somebody becomes Indra, the king of Swarga, he is not free from anxiety. This is what we can understand. So this is what Krishna also tells in the Bhagavad Gita. Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, even if you go to the topmost planet within this material world, which is Brahma Loka, which is way above Swarga, even then you cannot escape material problems. You cannot escape birth, death, old age, and disease. You cannot escape anxiety. You cannot escape sorrow. These are all part of this world. So Lord Krishna urges that we should actually aim to go to the spiritual world, which is eternal world full of knowledge and bliss. This is the goal of human life, that is to attain moksha. Anyway, we'll come back to the story. So Indra was in anxiety, therefore he stole the horse which was meant for Ashwamedha Yajna, and he took the horse to the Kapila Ashrama, which was in the Patala Loka or Rasatala Loka, which is a lower planetary system. And he tied the horse there. And in that Patala Loka, in the Kapila Ashrama, Kapila Deva, who is actually one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu, he was sitting there doing tapasya. He was not knowing about this incident. Of course, being Lord Vishnu is omniscient, but in this particular incident, Kapila was unaware that the horse has been tied there to his ashrama by Indra. So all the Sagara Putras, the sons of Sagara, they come searching for the horse, the missing horse, and they reach the lower Satal. They notice the horse there. And as soon as they notice the horse there, they loudly start talking. They start belittling Kapila. Oh, this Kapila, he appears to be a great saintly person, but look at what kind of act he has done. He has stolen the horse. He is a thief. like this, they start speaking about Kapila in a derogatory way. See, without knowing the fact, we should not make comments on others. This is the lesson we learn. And as soon as Kapila Muni hears all these derogatory remarks against him, even though there was no fault of his, he opened his eyes, broke his tapasya, and from his eyes there came fire, which actually burned all the sons of Sagara and converted their bodies into ashes. Now, this news reached Sagara, who was conducting the Yajna, and he was so disheartened, he was so sad and upset to know this. Sagara had another son called Asamanjasa, and Asamanjasa somehow retrieved the horse, and the Yajna was conducted and it was completed. But they were always worried that these 60,000 sons of Sagara, they have died an untimely death, and because of which their souls have not attained liberation. So this was the concern. And therefore, they understood from Sagara, from Kapila himself, they got to know that only if Mother Ganga, who comes from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, if that Ganga water flows through the ashes of these Sagara Putras, then they will attain liberation. This is the only way to purify them. See, Ganga river is very pure because she comes from the feet of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu's feet are very pure, and since Ganga is coming from the feet of Lord Vishnu, she is very purifying. So this was the solution suggested by Lord Kapila. Now, after knowing this, the entire lineage of Sagara, they dedicate themselves to get Ganga river onto this planet and onto the Patala Loka. This is a very important, interesting, exciting story. Sagara, King Sagara himself does tapasya till the end of his life. He will not be able to achieve perfection of his tapasya. That means he dies, he gives up his body performing tapasya to get Ganga, right, from the Swarga Loka. And then his son Asamanjasa, he will not be successful. His son Maharaj Amshuman, he also does tapasya. Amshuman was the king, another king, son of the grandson of Sagara. Amshuman does tapasya, and in fact, all these kings were glorious. They knew dharma, they were ruling their kingdom as per the dharma, and they were very much liked by the citizens. They followed strictly all the principles in their life. So, at one point of their life, when they see that their son is ready to take over the kingdom, they would hand over the kingdom to the son, and they would go to the forest to continue the tapasya of their ancestors in order to get Ganga to the earth, so that the Sagara Putras gain liberation. See, they were so determined. Generation after generation, they were doing tapasya to get Ganga. So Amshuman retires to the forest, handing over the responsibility of the kingdom to his son Dilipa. So when Amshuman goes to the forest, he also does severe tapasya till the end of his life, but his tapasya bears no fruit. He dies while executing tapasya. Then after some time, the son of Amshuman, Dilipa, he comes to the forest to perform tapasya, to continue the tapasya. And Dilipa also, even though he's such a righteous king, he also could not attain the perfection of tapasya. He was not successful in getting Ganga to the earth. We should understand, getting Ganga to the earth from Swarga is not a joke. It is not an ordinary thing. It is a Herculean task. There are many challenges involved in it. So this, because Ganga, when it starts flowing from the top with such great force, it can destroy earth. So it is not an ordinary thing. There has to be some proper channel. There has to be a proper substratum on which Ganga can first rest, slow down her force, and then slowly flow on the earth. So there were many such challenges like this. So Ganga herself, was not willing to come and destroy the earth like this. So after Dilipa, there came the son of Dilipa called as Maharaj Bhagiratha. This Bhagiratha, he performed intense tapasya, and in his generation, his tapasya bore fruit, right? And what happened? Lord Brahma appeared, being pleased with his tapasya, and said, I'm very pleased with your tapasya. Yes, surely I shall ask Ganga to descend on the earth. But the challenge is, first you have to find out a person who is capable of, uh, keeping Ganga with him and slowly releasing the stream on the earth so that the earth will not get destroyed because of the mighty force of Ganga. And Brahma himself suggested that Lord Shiva is the only person who is capable of doing this. So after knowing this, now the next first challenge is to get Ganga. Brahma said, yes, I have sanctioned coming of Brahma, but solve this problem. What is that? You somehow have to please Lord Shiva and make him agree to bear Ganga on his jata. Okay, so now again Bhagiratha started next to tapasya to please Lord Shiva, and it is said for one full year, this tapasya went on for one full year. See, generations after generations they did tapasya. Finally, got sanctioned by Brahma. Now one more tapasya he has to do. Look at the patience and perseverance of Bhagiratha. So he did tapasya, and Lord Shiva appeared at the end of one year, and he said, surely I'm very pleased with your tapasya, because I understand that if Ganga comes to this earth, not only your 60,000 ancestors will be liberated, but the whole world will be, uh, purified. The whole world will get the source of water. So civilization will thrive on the banks of Ganga. So I shall surely, please you by holding Ganga in my jata, in my hairs, in my matted locks. So Lord Shiva agreed. Now Ganga decided to come. Ganga from Swargaloka is coming. Now, when Ganga descended, Lord Shiva, with his huge hair, matted locks, he accepted Ganga on his head. It is described in the scriptures. One of the reasons, main reasons why Lord Shiva agreed for this is because this Ganga river is coming from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Shiva is one of the greatest devotees of Lord Vishnu. This is the whole river itself is a Charanamrita and washing the feet of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, he wanted to show to the whole world that look how purifying the water coming from Lord Vishnu's feet is, that even Shiva is keeping it on his hair. So Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. This is what Bhagavatam says. Among all the devotees of Lord Vishnu, the greatest devotee is Shambhu or Lord Shiva. So he kept the Ganga river in his matted locks. But then he noticed that Ganga had become very proud. Ganga said, see, look at my position. I came from the feet of Vishnu, but now I am on the head of Shiva. My position is so glorious. She became very proud. And because of this pride, Shiva said, I will not release you. I will, imprison you, hold you within my locks. And Lord Shiva started doing meditation, saying that. See, again, another setback, another problem. With great difficulty, Ganga came. But now Lord Shiva is saying, I will not release Ganga. Again, Bhagiratha did tapasya to please Lord Shiva. So look at third time, this is Bhagiratha doing tapasya. One to please Brahma, getting sanctioned. Second to please Lord Shiva to hold Ganga. Third, again he is doing tapasya to release Ganga. Hmm? And after intense tapasya, somehow Lord Shiva was pleased. And Lord Shiva said, okay, now I'm releasing this Ganga and the Ganga will flow. So on to the Himalayan ranges, Himalayan mountains, Ganga river was released by Lord Shiva and she started flowing into 7 tributaries, 7 streams. And one of the streams followed Bhagiratha. So Bhagiratha was mounted on a chariot and in that special chariot, Bhagiratha was leading and Ganga was following him and Ganga flowed through the ashes, and all the 16,000 sons of Sagara were thus liberated. And since Ganga followed Bhagiratha, Ganga became the daughter of Bhagiratha, and one of the names of Ganga is called Bhagirathi. She's called Bhagirathi because she is the son of Bhagiratha. Now, from this incident of the descent of Ganga, we learn many interesting lessons. One is so many setbacks for Bhagiratha, but he was undeterred. He was unstoppable. If one actually, makes up his mind, it is said, "Man ka jeeta man, man ka jeeta, man ka hara hua, har gaya." Isn't it? If one makes up his mind, I shall achieve this. In front of humans' resolution, man's resolution, determination, nothing is unstoppable. Krishna also says this in the Bhagavad Gita. For a person who has conquered his mind, mind is the greatest of friends. But for a person who has failed to conquer one's mind, mind is the greatest enemy. So we also decide that we want to do something in life, but when some setbacks come, our enthusiasm comes down and we stop putting efforts in that direction. We give up very easily, but we should not give up, is what we learn from Bhagiratha's determination. There may be so many setbacks, but with determination, with a strong mind, willpower, we should come back after every setback. And surely, if we are determined and if our intentions are good and they are going to cause betterment for the whole world, God will help us. God helps those who help themselves. First, we have to help ourselves by strengthening our willpower, by controlling our mind, and putting proper efforts with right direction. One more thing you see in the story of Bhagiratha is every time he got directions. First direction was from Lord Brahma. Second direction, Lord Shiva himself gave. So, like this, when we are ready, when we are determined, we get directions from God. We get directions from the right person, and then we can march and achieve our goal. So, do not give up. After every setback, there is an opportunity to come back, provided our mind is under our control, provided we don't get distracted by the various challenges that come about. So every failure is a stepping stone for success. This is what Bhagiratha Maharaj is teaching us. And even today, there is this phrase in Sanskrit and in Indian languages, whenever somebody puts Herculean efforts to achieve something big, we say, oh, he's doing Bhagiratha Prayatna. We say, Bhagiratha Prayatna means efforts of Bhagiratha. So we should remember this wonderful incident, which was narrated by Vishvamitra Rishi to Lord Rama. So, in order to strengthen our mind to gain that determination, we need to always constantly be in touch with the Supreme Lord. We need His blessings to strengthen our mind, and the easiest way to strengthen our mind is to chant His holy names. So, request you to please join me to chant the holy names of Rama and Krishna 11 times. We shall chant the Hare Krishna mantra together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. One more important point I missed out telling. See, today we see the Ganga river. It is unfortunately so much polluted. When we remember this story of how Ganga came to this planet, and how much sacrifice generations after generations those kings were doing. Is our treatment of Ganga justified? That means we don't know the value of this river or any water for that matter on our planet. It has to be valued so much. Otherwise, there will be one day where there will be no water. Already we are seeing scarcity of water. So this story is also telling us that we should value the resources that nature has bestowed upon us. It has come after so much struggle. So that is what I just wanted to tell.